Good evening, dear viewers. Hello and welcome to a new edition of Business Insider. I'm your host for tonight, Mohammed Abdurrahim. And tonight we'll be talking about the third edition of the Global Congress on Population, Health and Human Development, PHDC 25, which was held here in Cairo from the 10th to the 13th of November in the new administrative capital. And it talked about three main pillars: empowering people, building resilient societies where individuals are equipped to shape their own futures, advancing progress, ensuring growth that is inclusive, equitable and shared, and unlocking opportunities, transforming development gains into universal rights and collective security. Those were the three main pillars of that conference. We'll be talking extensively about PHDC 2025, its objectives, its goals, and the outcome of that conference, and especially the economic effect of that conference. With us here in the studio is our dear guest, Dr. Magdi Adli, and he's a senior manager in hospital and quality control management at the Ministry of Health. Dr. Adli, always a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you for having me tonight, Mr. Muhammad, and let me first represent my heart congratulations for Mr. President for his birthday. It's a happy birthday for him, and God bless him and God bless our nation.
Thank you very much, Dr. Adli, and dear viewers. Allow us, as we always do in the program, first to watch a report, and Dr. Adli, please allow us to do so. Watch a report about our main topic for tonight, PHDC 25, and when we come back, we will start our discussion. Please stay with us.
Egypt hosted the third edition of the World Conference on Population, Health and Human Development 2025, held under the patronage of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and in the presence of Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli. The event brought together senior global health experts under the theme, Empowering People, Advancing Progress, Expanding Opportunities. In his opening address, Minister of Health and Population and Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Khaled Abdel Ghaffar affirmed that health shouldn't be viewed as a cost, but as an investment in a more prosperous and equitable future. He stressed that every pound spent on health yields multiple returns in productivity, stability and human development. Minister Abdel Ghaffar noted that health economics had become a key policy instrument and that health diplomacy now serves as a bridge for international cooperation towards global health security. He underscored that public health remains the cornerstone of resilience against both health and economic crises. The minister highlighted Egypt's flagship national programs, 100 million health, the universal health insurance system, and the presidential Decent Life initiative as examples of integrated economic, social and health policies ensuring equitable access to quality services. The opening session also marked a historic milestone as Egypt received World Health Organization certification declaring the elimination of trachoma, adding that another achievement to the country's long record in combating infectious diseases. Minister Abdel Ghaffar pointed out to Egypt's health sector budget, which has expanded more than ninefold from £42.4 billion in 2014 to £406.47 billion in 2025, reflecting a paradigm shift in viewing health expenditure as a driver of economic growth rather than a financial burden. A ministry presentation titled Investing in Health Economic Returns and Health Diplomacy showcased key accomplishments, including the elimination of surgical waiting lists, screening 2.95 million cases at a cost of £29.44 billion and the provision of publicly funded treatment to 22.8 million patients with total spending amounting to £142.2 billion between 2014 and 2025. It further revealed that 15 national health initiatives have collectively delivered 260 million services nationwide, while highlighting that every £1 invested in prevention yields a return of £1.7, underscoring the strong economic value of investing in health. Egypt has also emerged as a leader in global health diplomacy, providing medical aid to African nations, eradicating diseases such as polio, malaria, hepatitis C, measles, rubella, and hepatitis B, and becoming a WHO designated reference center for antimicrobial resistance. The minister also announced new initiatives to advance knowledge-based health diplomacy, including the establishment of Egypt's Health Diplomacy Academy and hosting of the first overseas branch of France's world-renowned Gustave Roussy Center of Cancer. Abdel Ghaffar concluded that investing in health is not a luxury, it is the foundation of investing in people, emphasizing that health, economics and diplomacy are practical tools to promote efficiency, equity and cooperation towards a safer, healthier world for future generations.
Thank you very much, dear viewers, for staying with us. Thanks to Abir Hussein and Rasha Abdul Hamid for this report. We're discussing here PHDC 25, which was held here in Cairo from the 12th to the 15th of November, the global platform to explore the interdependence between population, health, and human developments. The conference addressed the pressing global health challenges shaped by social determinants, with particular focus on universal health coverage, equity, demographic dynamics, fertility trends, aging, migration, and innovative solutions for sustainable development in a changing world. With us here is Dr. Magdi Adli, the Senior Management in Hospital and Quality Control Management at the Ministry of Health. Hello again, Dr. Adli. So, PHDC 25, how did you see the conference? How did you see the outcome of the conference, the importance of the conference?
First of all, Prime Minister Dr. Musaf Madoui has witnessed the launch of the third edition of PHDC 2025 in presence of a majority of ministers, also in presence of decision makers, private sectors, international companies, innovators, a lot of who are interested with the investment in health. This is under the supervision or highlighting from Mr. President, who are caring with the file of health, and they give the priority for that. BHDC 2025 is, I think it's like a global platform who will connect or have a chance to give a chance for the international companies and innovators to come and meet together face to face. This time is coming under the title of individuals empowerment, progress enhancement, also opportunity providing.
Yes.
And this time the conferences that Congress focus on the health care as a foundation for the sustainable development. So that and it has some axes like health, like health care and sustainable development investment,
yes,
and empowering of women, also social protection, and economic justice. So if we are talking about the main goals or main impacts for these conferences, we have like 8 or 10 main axes or main goals for that conference. First of all, the investment of in health, health or economic growth driver. This conference, if you have a healthcare as an investment to increase the investment in healthcare, so that you can improve the health of the population. And once you improve the health of population, that reflects for the productivity of that individuals. And in fact, or indeed, when the productivity is good, so the GDP of the country will be okay. This is the first axis or the first goal. Second goal is mobilization of the international or domestic investment into inside the country. That means during this conference there was a talk which is a joint investment for financing in healthcare in developed countries. I'd like to share to make highlight that that global conference is not local conference, it is an international and globally. So when we are talking about that conference, we are talking internationally, not locally.
Of course, the Global Congress on Population Health and Human Health.
So they are talking about the development or attracting the investments from outside to the developed countries in general, not in Egypt only. So this is a chance for make investments in developed countries. For investment in the health sector,
Yes.
So the third one, to attract the private partnership to these developed countries. The third axis is a cost saving through disease management, and this is a very very important axis or very important point, because when you manage the disease, you decrease the cost of the money you spent on treatment of this disease. This is called so that you can make a return back of the of what you spent on the disease. So they find that if you spend 1 Egyptian pound in healthcare system, that 1 Egyptian pound come back for you 1.9. So you consume 0.9 Egyptian pound. You can that money can be added to the general national budgets, and can be added to another assets or another sides of to improve or to enhance the life of human being. The fourth one is human capital development, and human capital development is what the via better health care system, via better education, via better improving digital skills, lifelong learning, and social protection. So human capital is a key driver of long-term economic growth.
Right, Dr. Adli, and as you mentioned, this conference is a global conference, not just a local one. It was very interesting listening to Dr. Khalid Abdel Ghaffar the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Health in his speech. He said remarks that engulfed some of the points that you mentioned. He talked about investing in health is neither a luxury nor an economic burden, but rather the foundation of investment in human development and a cornerstone of a more productive, equitable and prosperous society. He also talked about health economics and health diplomacy in the conference, of course, that saw the attendance of the Prime Minister, and was held under the patronage and auspices of His Excellency the President. With us now, Dr. Magdi, dear viewers, is Dr. Islam Anen, the Pharma Economics Professor. Good evening, Dr. Anen. Thank you for joining us. And,
good evening. My pleasure.
Dr. Anen, we understand that you were one of the participants at PHDC 25, and of course you're an expert in your field. Please talk to us about how important you think that conference was, and the potential economic effects, positive effects of the Population Health and Human Development Global Conference.
Perfect. That's an excellent question. And actually, I will be continuing what you mentioned in the introduction. This global congress is very important because it brings together global experts. We're talking about 46,000 participants, and we're talking about 800 speakers and panelists. This is a huge conference, and we can see it from the outcome itself of the conference, focusing on the pillar of the health economics, focusing on the human capital as an asset and investment. Of course, many pillars were actually based on the PHDC were actually tackled, like the early disease detection and prevention, the virtual health system, for example. It was a new topic for the conference this year.
Yes.
There was a launch of the digital health strategy, the health data governance strategy. But if we continue what you mentioned as well in terms of investment, that health is not just a post. I guess this is the essence of this year's version. It's an investment in our nation's future. Healthcare can be a powerful economic growth. It's not a burden. It's not just a budget we are actually withdrawing from the Ministry of Finance every year. If we are investing in a healthier population, that will be a more productive key milestone for our national development. We are preventing diseases. It means we are investing in preventing the disease, so we're not going to be discovering the disease in a later stage with a higher cost. We are saving money. Take, for example, the hepatitis C prevention plan. It enabled millions of Egyptians to remain active in the workforce. And the return on investment study that was actually demonstrated in the PHDC, and I was delighted to be one of the participants. Each Egyptian pound that was spent in the prevention plan, it returned to the economy with around 4.75 Egyptian pounds. So we are talking about 375% ROI from just one program. If we are talking about 15 presidential initiatives for health, we are talking about an ROI of £1 spent will return to economy 1.7. So that second, the word of Dr. Khaled Abdel Ghaffar, the Minister of Health, and perhaps we can quote what he mentioned at the closing, that the population is not a burden, it's our capital. Health is not a luxury, it's an investment, and human development is not a choice, it's only a path for sustainability.
Yes, Dr. Anen, indeed, those were very strong words by Dr. Abdel Ghaffar, the Minister of Health and Population. He also talked, Dr. Abdel Ghaffar, about health economics and health diplomacy, which he said are practical tools for achieving economic efficiency, promoting equitable access to care, and building bridges to international cooperation to ensure global health security and a better future for generations to come. Please, Dr. Anen, talk to us about that, the health diplomacy, which is, relatively some kind of new term, the health diplomacy, and what was meant by that exactly.
Okay, so beneath health diplomacy, you got the global health initiatives, and by global health initiatives, for example, we are talking about the declaration of the World Health Assembly and the World Health Organization, that selected Egypt, for example, and the Kingdom of Spain to lead the initiative of Rare Disease Initiative. For example, this one have put Egypt and Spain on the top of the global strategy to lead the program. Something like that is actually putting Egypt in terms of medical tourism, put Egypt as a strategist for the document itself and leading with other countries.
Yes.
This programs, it helps the recognition of what we are doing currently, for example, in the national health insurance, the universal health insurance, what we are doing with presidential initiatives to be visible. It will be as well enabling Egypt to transfer our knowledge to the developing countries of the African continent as a gate to the African continent. And we can see it even in the conference and after the conference, how many countries have approached the PHDC members and the government to seek help how we can actually achieve a hepatitis C program like Egypt. How can we make a lung cancer program? How can we make a breast cancer and women's health program? So it approaches the countries together. It's an area of investment as well. If we're talking about production, for example, we are producing in Egypt 92% of our local needs from pharmaceutical products. However, African countries, they are producing from 5 to 7% only. So we do have huge market opportunity.
Yes.
So we can communicate with them. That's health diplomacy, and beneath that is the health economics itself. We do have the economics of healthcare. We are building a lot of plants and factories. We are putting Egypt as a gate for exporting and for active pharmaceutical ingredients, APIs. And this as well will help other countries and help us to make sure that we do have a good ROI exercises behind healthcare. Healthcare was used to be only a consuming ministry worldwide. They are just consuming money. Not anymore. It's an investment, and this investment, it means economic growth, it means economic opportunity. There is no investor or pharmaceutical company that will be investing in Egypt if we don't have an economic parameter mapping. They need to understand whether they're going to put their money in Egypt, they will do have an ROI or not. In medical tourism, in building hospitals, and that's why you can see a lot of foreign hospitals are currently operating hospitals in Egypt. A lot of multinationals are doing a medical transfer and a knowledge transfer of Egypt and building localization factories with the Egyptian government. All this wouldn't be actually feasible unless you do have a good health diplomacy strategy that was mentioned by Dr. Khaled Abdel Ghaffar.
Dr. Islam Anan, the pharma economics professor, a leading participant at PHDC 25. Thank you very much for your time and your valuable input, sir. Thank you very much, Dr. Anan. And we're back here in the studio with our dear guest, Dr. Magdi Adli, the Senior Manager in Hospital and Quality Control Management at the Ministry of Health. Now, Dr. Adli, you were talking before we listened to Dr. Anan about some of the major goals and objectives of PHDC 25, and you talked about investment in healthcare as an economic growth driver, mobilization of international domestic investment, and you also talked about cost saving through disease management. There are more goals here.
Sure.
You have human capital development, women empowerment, and you name it.
One of the
sorry to have interrupted you.
Yes. One of the goals that Dr. Anan mentioned that the medical or health tourism and or medical tourism, and this
he said Egypt and Spain are playing a leading role here globally in that field.
That's right. Medical tourism is very important for protecting or bring the foreign patient into the country, and that promote or that generate jobs in health care system and related services like hotels or like transportation. That will be an added value for the economic and make economic growth. So that we're supposed to expand in that type of health tourism. And even now the private sectors makes companies. I see that they make something called an ecosystem platform, so that it's like a platform that contain all the knowledge about the place which the patient or the visitor in this case know where he will go to get the treatment, and if he has a spare time where he can go in that spare time, and in the same time know the name of the hotels, the name of the restaurants, the name of all things about the journey to the medical journey to the country.
Yes.
Through that one platform. And this is very good, by the way, very good innovation, and
that's a big technological advancement here.
Yes, and yes, by the way, this is the first time we see in that conference something called the Smart Digital Health Projecting, that project the health in Egypt through the last few years, the presidential initiatives, the how to we eliminate some disease like hepatitis C, like malaria, and this is seen by all the countries, even by all countries of our continent. And by the way, the strategy of health, as you mentioned, is very important, because this make a collaboration, make solidarity between African continents through transfer the technology to their countries, through exporting the medication, even as Dr. Anand said, we have...
Yeah, Dr. Anand said that we produce 92% of our needs, while the African continent only 5 to 7%.
Yes, and at the same time, like 87% of medicine coming from outside to the African continent, and but Egypt export like 25% of the needs of African continent, by the way, and
that should increase.
Yes,
I mean,
that's supposed to be.
Yeah, if Egypt is the gateway from and to Africa, as
yes,
again...
that's right. We are the east gate of the African continent, and we're supposed to use our modern tools to increase the exportation of medicine or pharmaceuticals to our continent. In the same time, we have the high quality, high efficiency products, by the way. If we are comparing us with the others, we are the winner. But
so there you go with one of the potential positive economic effects.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And if we are talking also about
human capital development, Dr. Adli.
Yes.
Where is exactly?
Human capital is, as I told you, is a key for the main key for the human development. And it means there is more healthy education, more healthy population. That means more educated populations. That means more productive populations. That means...
Yeah, and there you go with another positive economic effect.
That's right. Because, look, it's like
a circle?
Stairs. Yes, a circle. If you have good health, and you have a good education, that leads to a good production, and then good innovation. So it's like a circle. You have a good.
Thank you.
So that at the end it will keep the GDP increase, of course, because of that. So you're supposed to start with the first, which is the health. The main idea is to start with the first important point, which is the health. And when you start with the health, the others is coming later.
And if we talk about population, then certainly there is an importance when it comes to policies supporting women empowerment or youth empowerment, and that was also discussed at the conference.
This conference are also having discussions about the, we can say that these are the vulnerable or enable people who are which is containing women and youth, because you know, in some countries or communities, women doesn't have the legal share in that communities. So this conference come to emphasize the rights of women and women empowerment. And if you make women empowerment and make her participate in the in production or in participation in force work, that will be a positive point. It will be even it ensure for her or assure for her a decent life for her and her family.
A final remark, Dr. Adli, please, on the third edition of the Global Congress on Population Health and Human Development. Final remark regarding, again, the importance, the significance, and what to look ahead for.
Yes, you mean the output of the
of this PHDC and the upcoming PHDC.
Yes, this HBC is an Egyptian vision for the for the world. By the way, Egypt said to the world, there is supposed to be a link between health and human development and population. These links supposed to be deal theoretically and scientifically through a certain vision, and this vision supposed to be done through a plan in a certain time. Regarding to many, as we mentioned, many impacts. Also, there is something very important has been mentioned in that conference, which is a green environmental or health environment that concern with building eco-friendly hospitals,
and again that naturally is linked obviously to health.
Yes.
So so we're looking forward to future PHDCs.
We like PHDCs outcomes to be applied on the ground, that we supposed to looking for or supposed to wait for that. And for next time we will see that in the ground, and we will celebrate with the results of PHDC 2025.
Thank you very much, Dr. Magdi Adli. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. Dr. Adli, the Senior Manager in Hospital and Quality Control Management at the Ministry of Health, talking to us about the Global Congress on Population Health and Human Development, PHDC 25, held here in Cairo earlier this month. Thank you, Dr. Adli.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear viewers. Please stay with Nile TV. Hello and welcome, dear viewers, to our weekly episode of Business Insider, where together we'll scan the latest here in Egypt, the region, and across the globe.